Boxing fans, welcome back to Legends of Combat. Today, we bring you in a fight preview for one of the pound-for-pound greatest boxers alive, the monster, Naoya Inoue.
Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. He's vicious. The Monster.
The Monster! A four-division world champion!
You know, step in behind with the double jab, and if you don't do it from the right distance,
still reeling from the first body shot and the others that followed up, and that just added insult.
His undisputed super bantamweight championship.
Inoue is the best blend of speed, power, and technique.
This dude is dominating world-class opposition like nobody's business.
A title he's held with unmatched prowess.
Bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya Inoue!
Is on the line on May 6th. He's set to face off against the formidable Inoue and Nery at the iconic Tokyo Dome in Japan.
Naoya Inoue versus Inoue and Nery, 12 rounds for Inoue's junior featherweight undisputed championship. This is for all the belts. This is on May 6th.
Inoue, with his impressive record of 35-1 and 27 knockouts,
Izquierdo otra vez buscando esa misma zona.
Those beat cleavers you've got on the end of your arms.
Oh! It should be a gunfight right now. Where he's,
Down goes Inoue.
poses a real threat to Inoue's legacy. This match is a clash of two kings that could reshape the boxing world's pound-for-pound listing and possibly disrupt a legendary legacy in the making.
This is for all the belts. This is on May 6th. I believe that is a Monday, early morning in Japan. Let's get into it. Let's start with the champ, Naoya Inoue.
Naoya is no ordinary fighter. With 4 weight world championships and a 2-weight undisputed legacy, he's become one of the top names in the boxing world.
Nice uppercut there with the right hand. 7.
Oh, the big right body shot comes in.
Is Inoue the best fighter in the world?
I would have to say right now, I like, what's the guy from Japan?
He's only the second male boxer in history, following Terence Crawford, to become the undisputed champion in 2 weight classes in the full belt era.
He's the best fighter in Japanese fighter, the best fighter.
Inoue is the first and only boxer to win the undisputed championship at super bantamweight, having held all 4 major titles since 2023, as well as the Ring Magazine title. He also held 19 in 2023, becoming the first boxer in history to do so in the full belt era. We'll delve into the past fights of both of these fighters, meticulously analyze their strengths and weaknesses, and discuss how they can use their unique abilities to emerge victorious in the ultimate battle on May 6th. But that's not all. Stay tuned until the end for our expert prediction on who will win this monumental match. Inoue's fighting style and strengths. Naoya has proven himself to be a different beast, doing what most other humans can't possibly do. But what is it that sets him apart? What is he doing differently that others can't? And what's so special about his technique, which has made him literally unstoppable? Inoue is not just a gifted fighter, he's a force of nature. What sets him apart is his relentless training, which helps him build a devastating knockout power unlike any other in the game. The Japanese superior athleticism and fierce jabs to create pressure on his opponents. He then uses various combinations to create openings to land his infamous left hook on the body. These body shots have become a signature move of Inoue, a technique that he strategically uses to instill fear in his opponents' minds. Jabs. One aspect of the monster's fighting technique that is often overlooked is his effective use of jabs. He deeply understands his opponent.
Underappreciated part of his amazing skill set. Inoue likes to use the jab to feel out his opponent to help apply pressure, but also maintain distance and respect from his opponent.
Inoue uses quick yet devastatingly powerful jabs to the head, typically in clusters of 2 or 3, which forces his opponents to defend with a higher guard. He then mixes it up with stronger jabs, which creates uncertainty and confusion, leaving his opponents unsure of what to expect.
you better hold that phone up, hold that right hand up, because I see a left hook coming in there.
In addition to these tactics, Inoue also employs low jabs, which takes the unpredictability to the next level.
He also throws straight jabs to the body to change up his rhythm when he is applying pressure.
Come behind his jab, he's got to pick his shot.
This simple tactic, when executed perfectly, creates openings that Inoue can capitalize on. In most cases, he follows up his jabs with a deadly left hook, directed either at the head or body, which has the potential to knock his opponent to the ground, especially when aimed at the liver.
Inoue's defense is another underrated piece of his skill set, although he has only been truly tested a couple of times.
We'll dive into this technique further in the video. Left hook. Another powerful aspect of the Japanese fight technique is his crushing left hook, which he loves to use either after conditioning his opponents with his jabs or just point blank.
The left hook are the two punches that you want to look for. All starting with the foot position, the lead foot. If you get your foot outside the lead foot of the southpaw.
He can throw his left hook moving forward, moving backward as a counter, or circle off with it. The monster relies heavily on his jabs, especially to counter his opponents. Here, you can see his opponent throwing jabs, which he defends, and then immediately feigning a right hook and throwing a left hook instead. One of his favorite tactics is to throw jabs followed by a quick and hard left hook to check his opponent. As discussed earlier, he uses this combination to command respect and keep the opponent in suspended terror, leaving them clueless about what to expect next.
There's always going to be mistakes the fighter makes, but the question is, can the opponent do anything about it? Or if they're going to have the courage to try to risk it?
Inoue also relies heavily on slip or pull counters. If you think this is just a basic technique, you're right, but you have to understand that it's Inoue we're talking about. He has a really good grip on his basics thanks to relentless training. This makes him a fearless opponent. As Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Inoue effectively uses the slip counters by timing them exactly when he sees an opening. This just shows how observant Inoue really is. He can learn the style of his opponent quickly and strike like a viper in key moments. Just look at how quick and powerful his counter must have been.
IQ setting up a shot like that to have an emphatic victory here in the United States.
It sent Jason Maloney straight to the canvas in seconds. Counter-striking and raw power. In the recent showdown, Naoya Inoue faced off against Stephen Coolboy Fulton in a highly anticipated bout. In a display of sheer skill and determination, Inoue dominated the fight with precision and power. As the rounds progressed, Inoue showcased his exceptional boxing prowess, landing crisp combinations and controlling the pace of the match. In the climactic moment of the fight, Naoya Inoue delivered a decisive knockout blow to Stephen Coolboy Fulton. Demonstrating his exceptional technique and timing, Inoue targeted Fulton's head with a thunderous right hook. The punch landed flush on Fulton's chin with devastating force, sending him crashing to the canvas in a spectacular knockout. Inoue's precision and power were on full display in his hometown of Tokyo as he secured victory in impressive fashion, further solidifying his reputation as a boxing phenomenon. Body shots. Now, let's talk about Inoue's signature move, shall we? The left hook to the body is Inoue's go-to move, and oh boy, is he good at it. We all know that he's a pro at creating openings by using jabs and hooks, but what truly sets Inoue apart is his knockout power, which he uses to finish his opponents with devastating body shots, knocking them out cold. It's no wonder he's considered a true master of the sport. Here's what Antonio Nieves had to say about the monster. Inoue does several things brilliantly in there. His jab was fast, and he knew not to let me get set. He was a very strong and very sharp puncher. He's really a very skilled individual. He caught me with a good front of the liver shot while I was moving back. If you watch Inoue's fights, you'll notice that he loves going for the solar plexus, liver, and kidney. A well-placed liver shot can cause extreme fatigue, sharp pain, and loss of breath, making it a potentially fight-ending blow.
Monster's relentless onslaught, calling an end to the fight.
The body's reaction to a liver shot can also lead to a disruption in blood flow, impairing the liver's ability to function properly and causing a cascade of physiological reactions that can leave a fighter gasping for air, doubled over in agony, and even temporarily unconscious.
Monster punished the Filipino fighter with devastating body shots.
Defense. The final aspect of Inoue's arsenal is his defense, which many people overlook. The Japanese fighter uses a high guard up close, which he often mixes with a step back and pivot to greatly reduce the effectiveness of his opponent's shots. His footwork is just on another level. He's also great at smothering his opponents and catching shots on his arms, which creates opportunities for him to counterattack.
Weaknesses that Nonito Donaire exposed. Nice counter right from...
You'll also notice Naoya using a Philly shell or Mike Tyson's peekaboo when up close. His superior head movement also plays a key role in making his defenses top tier. He uses his quick reflexes to avoid taking shots and greatly reduces the damage that his opponents can inflict. Naoya Inoue's past fights. Now, let's look at some of Inoue's past fights to understand how he's used his strengths to beat his opponents and how he can use them in his upcoming match against Inoue and Nery. Stick around till the end of the video, where we reveal our prediction for the Naoya and Nery fight. Naoya versus Maloney. The monster faced Maloney in a highly anticipated match that took place on October 31st, 2020. Inoue, the WBA and IBF bantamweight title holder, defended his titles against Maloney, who was seeking a second crack at a world title after a narrow decision loss to Emmanuel Rodriguez, were key to his victory. Inoue versus Nonito Donaire. The fight between Naoya Inoue and Nonito Donaire in 2023 was a highly anticipated rematch of their 2019 bout, which was also won by Inoue, who was selected as the 2019 ESPN Fight of the Year. In his first fight against Nonito, Inoue fractured his nose and orbital bone. So Inoue versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. The next fight we'll look at is Inoue versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the IBF bantamweight title holder, had a record of 19-0 and 12 knockouts. The fight wasn't going to be easy for the monster, but this guy's built differently. He destroyed Rodriguez systematically, ending the fight with a crushing left hook.
He's ready to go again, is Rodriguez. Here comes Inoue. Oh, he's got it to take much more than that. Surely Rodriguez, he's shaking it, he's up. Get your gloves on, Inoue's waiting. 2 minutes to go, Jam. This is unbelievable for Inoue. Third time he's gone down, rolled over, rocked to the core. Another count, it's over.
This is what real power looks like, and it's something that he'll probably use against Inoue and Nery to break his defense. Throughout the match, you could see the same pattern of head and body jabs combined with combinations that kept Rodriguez confused about what to expect from the Japanese star.
Rodriguez by no means overawed. Fine fighting background, he's worked exceptionally hard as well for this fight.
And then there was Inoue's defense, which was also commendable. He used accurate head movement to avoid Rodriguez's punches, leaving him frustrated.
As hard with right hand as he does with the danger shot, which is the left hook, but the right hand is a solid punch as well.
Naoya finished the fight when he found Rodriguez over his lead shoulder. He smothered him to close the gap and delivered a right hand to the body, followed by a powerful left hook that dropped Rodriguez instantly. Simply sensational. This knockout power is what sets him apart. This, when combined with his unpredictable fighting style, confuses the opponent, and they never know when the monster unleashes the big guns. Inoue and Nery's strengths and weaknesses. The fight between Naoya Inoue and Inoue and Nery is scheduled for May 6, 2024. Inoue will face another tough opponent in the bantamweight division. Nery, a skilled Mexican boxer and former 2-division world champion, poses a significant challenge for Inoue. Nery is undoubtedly a very gifted fighter. His hand speed, quick reactions and solid striking power will play a crucial role in his fight against Inoue. Nery's fights typically last 4.9 rounds on average, indicating his aggressive and powerful fighting style. He's currently ranked as the 4th best super bantamweight by BoxRec and 10th best by The Ring. Nery's approach in the ring is characterized by his lanky left-handed swarmer style with very heavy hands, resembling a less frenetic version of James Kirkland. This style indicates that Nery is adept at applying pressure on his opponents, utilizing his reach advantage and power to overwhelm them with relentless attacks. His heavy hands suggest that he possesses significant punching power, making him a dangerous opponent in the ring. Nery is phenomenal at counterattacking and stopping opponents' attacks. And like most Mexican fighters, he likes to play up close and throw punches at close range. He has a predatory instinct where he goes berserk if he catches his opponents and doesn't let them go until he's done significant damage.
It was a slip, but
Nery was just too much to handle for Cash.
In his fight against Azat Hovhannissian, Nery showed his true power and aggression. He used a constant barrage of jabs to control the distance and keep constant pressure on his opponent.
Nice shot left hand right there by Nery. Just perfect.
He also displayed his primal fighting instinct and aggression throughout the match as he landed brutal shots, never letting Azat get any rest.
Boy, these are some brutal exchanges on the inside. They're brutal and they're...
This led Azat to lose steam as the rounds went on, while the Mexican, with his superior athleticism, was still standing solid. Luis was constantly in Azat's face, fighting up close, throwing short but hard punches. Toward the end, as Azat was fully depleted and bruised, Nery went full berserk and released an onslaught of punches until the fight was stopped.
Shot by Hovhannissian, and what a left hand by Nery. And Hovhannissian's hurt, and down he goes! Just when you thought Nery was... Nery all over him! Can Crazy A survive? Unbelievable!
Weaknesses. But there are several chinks in the Mexican's armor that Inoue can easily exploit. For instance, Luis sometimes lets his emotions take over in the ring. This is a double-edged sword, as sometimes it leads Nery to fight on his opponent's terms, and Inoue is a beast when it comes to skewing the fight dynamic in his favor.
Upstairs, Abner.
Yeah, Figueroa definitely bringing it.
There's been a subtle shift in this round. Under a minute left.
The second is Nery's subpar defense and weak chin. This weakness can prove fatal on May 6th because Inoue is a hard puncher. He knows how to throw powerful shots that can knock his opponents out quickly, especially his left hook. So, either you need a really good defense to evade these punches, or have an iron chin to take the blows. And unfortunately, Nery has neither. Keeping all this in mind, we predict that the Mexican has no chance against Inoue and that the monster will knock Nery out in the 8th round. Let us know what your thoughts are on this upcoming match in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on upcoming fights.